Well, hello everybody. Sorry about the extremely overexposed camera. You can see the pores on my skin with this fucking thing. I was just having some problems with the other camera that I regularly use, and so I had to switch back to my old Logitech Stream Cam. I started kind of sorting out the studio. The studio became a bit of a kind of a holding room for stuff there while we were kind of doing up other rooms. So this camera's a bit lopsided and all the rest of it. So take absolutely no notice of that whatsoever. Mia Hall, Sean Dennis, thank you so much indeed. Says Stephen, you're looking gorgeous and handsome. Thank you very much indeed. Very, very much indeed. So anyway, yeah, as I say, I had a bit of a bit of a cable issue with my my other camera in that I couldn't find it. ADHD chaos settings, got it. Exactly. That is precisely what this is all about. If I had planned out what I was supposed to do with the rest of the house properly, I wouldn't be in this situation right now. So we have indeed got ADHD. Thank for that. If I just put everything away in boxes, nah. Active. Oh, so I'm on the wrong mic then, am I? Okay. Let me see. You are absolutely right. I'm on the Logitech Stream mic, which is fucking awful. That should be much better and silky smooth. I hope it should be. It is super exposed though. That's the only thing. Yeah, as I say, I was like tearing around this room all day trying to get it all set up. And yeah, it did not work out. Hello, Gia. Good to see you. You got a lovely shout out in Coded's stream there earlier. So congratulations on that one. I think he always kind of has a pop at you though, doesn't he? All right. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to bring down this light a little bit because it is bright as hell. I just remember that, of course, the last time I think the last time I streamed from this room, I was sat back there on the couch and that's why the light was on so strong. But now I can't remember what app I need to use to turn the feckin' thing down. Is it control center? Yes. Now we got it. That might be too dark now. I need to bring my screen back up to have a look. No, that's way better. That is way, way better. Anyway, yeah, I'm not in jail. Yeah, I'm thankfully not. I'm here. Let's have a look here. All right. So anyway, while I was off there for a couple of months, got a lot of absolutely heartwarming messages from so many people. And then a lot of them were messages from people who maybe I, in the past didn't get on too well with or whatever. And, that takes a lot. That's very kind for people to reach out, especially those who I don't get on with. And, for myself too, I got to be honest, like if I have somebody that I maybe don't particularly get on too well with, and I know they're struggling with something, but you reach out and you look after people when you can. And one such person was the wonderful Coded friend. And I got to say, it was a really nice message that he sent. And I don't need to go into what it was, but he was very kind and nice about it. Saying like, look after yourself and yada, yada, all that kind of lovely kind of things. Those kind of lovely things, I should say. And then it all came to a head afterwards. He came out of nowhere and just started like massive dumping on me. And I was like, all right, okay, let's see how we go. So back on the 17th, he just said, checking in on you, how you doing? And that's, that's very nice. Fair play. And then he says, I want Dan's proper name and address. So if you don't know what that's about, there's a few things I want to just briefly cover today. Number one, I had a deal with him. If he would donate, I think it was $500, excuse me, to Cork Penny Dinners, which is a great charity here in Cork City. I would give him Dan from Welsh News Network's phone number. So I did actually tell Dan about that. And yeah, he was on board with it. So I did, in fact, pass on a number that Dan absolutely does own. There's no question about it. But that wasn't good enough for him. That wasn't good enough for him because Dan never answered him. Now, the same guy who in his live stream earlier today claimed that he has no obsession with Dan whatsoever. Well, evidently he does, because like the vast majority of his channel is about Dan. On top of that, he also claims that this is something to do with reaction data, that he got paid by somebody to fuck with Dan to get reaction data, whatever that is. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, we can kind of extrapolate from that what reaction data is, but why would somebody pay for it? And I mean, no disrespect to Dan in this, for Dan's channel specifically. Why would anybody pay for reaction data from my channel specifically? Like, why? There's no need, because all of that's just readily available by the algorithm anyway. You go on Social Blade or whatever. If you want to get your reaction data, you can go get it there. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. So anyway, while I was off, I had some stuff going on in the background as well, and I was keeping up to date with a few things. I wasn't keeping up to date with everything because, I needed time off for myself. I needed to just not do YouTube for a couple of months. And, a lot of creators go through that, and that's normal. That's absolutely normal. It can get on top of you. It can become a bit much, and you just need a break from it from time to time. Sometimes that might be a day or two. Sometimes it might be a couple of weeks. And in my case, I just needed a couple of months to just take a back seat. Now, talking about taking a back seat, during all of the stuff with Adam and also prior to that, some other things that were going on in my personal life, I was already very much stepped away from YouTube. I was still making some content, but not the way I used to be. Now, some of that stuff was really good things that was happening in my life, and others were things that weren't so great, basically. So I was just taking a backseat, making very simple content. I wasn't too happy with how it was doing. Like, yeah, I was getting views and everything, but I remember thinking, like, that's not me. That's not what I make. That's not what people watch my channel for specifically. So anyway, that aside, the point being, it brings me to another conversation that needs to be had about this whole Fraud at Wrangler Kaiser situation. So I got a bit of shit in Shiz's Discord the other day for not calling out Fraud at Wrangler. And I said quite simply, obviously I've heard of the channel. Obviously I know a little bit about it, but my level of knowledge on that was pretty much nothing. It was very, very low down. I knew there was some stuff about a murder. I knew there was some stuff about stolen valor and all this kind of thing. So again, it was very, very low down on my list of priorities to keep on top of. And then somebody was going at me about this guy called Kaiser. And I had heard that name mentioned in, like, group voice chats and stuff like that. I've heard Shiz referred to some, what the fuck is that? Was like a bat. What the fuck is that thing? It's one thing I hate about late spring in Ireland, man. The insects get fucking like medieval. They're crazy. But anyway, so I'd heard the name Kaiser, but I hadn't put two and two together. I didn't know that they were the same person. So somebody was talking about Kaiser. I was like, I was like, I don't know who that person is. And it's like, oh, but remember you talked about him before. I was like, I'm pretty sure I've never talked about somebody by that name. I've heard the name, but I didn't know anything about it. And then I just messaged Shiz. I was like, hold on, is Kaiser and Fraud at Wrangler one and the same person? She was like, yeah, that's his name. I was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense then. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's basically where that whole side of it comes from. The reason I never
felt the need to comment on any of that is because I didn't know anything about it. I knew a little bit, but I didn't know it was this big thing that people were like passionate about because I was off the scene for so long. So obviously I didn't know. Now at the same time, I'm not wanting to get dragged into drama, and that was not to suggest that what Shiz like I've seen some of Shiz's videos on this, and like what she's done. That's no drama. That's some serious shit right there. Like this guy's done some serious shit from what I can tell. So what she's doing, that's not a drama mill. It's always with things like that. It's the stuff that comes along, next to it, like the Miss Mandy situation. That for me wasn't drama. That for me was literally dealing with somebody that I thought was an absolute piece of trash. It's what happens on the back end of that. People who maybe had a beef with me over it or whatever, or beef with her over it. That's the drama I wanted to stay out of. So I've been kind of deep diving into this whole fraud at Wrangler thing. And I did reach out to him and I told him, look, a lot of people are asking me to address this whole situation. And I was very frank and honest with him. I don't know the whole lot about it. And where this all came from was a few people were jumping down my throat because I had some moderators on my channel that are fans of his. And I'm like, guys, first and foremost, as I say, I didn't really know him or know the whole story. I really didn't. I would just do my bit on YouTube and then I'd disappear. I'd go off and do, other real life stuff, not YouTube related. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, how am I as a creator? And, as far as channel sizes go, it's a reason, like my channel is a reasonably big channel. So I get a lot of messages and comments and, in the side chat here, it's always quite busy and all the rest of it. And like, how am I supposed to know who of my subscribers or my commenters or my moderators are friends or moderators or whatever for other channels? I don't know that. I don't know, because I'd have people in here who've been fans of my channel for a long, long time, and I chat away to them. I might mention another creator that I like. Well, I fucking hate that guy, and I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Because how am I supposed to know that? And that's all I try to say to somebody. Exactly, like guilt by association is ridiculous. Like that's so stupid. And that was always a big problem with the whole community kind of side of all of this. If you like him, then you're not one of us. It's like, no, that's not how that goes. On the flip side of that, though, right? I don't give a shit if somebody watches his videos. I don't care. Now, the thought of this guy, based on what I've seen and what he's done, and it seems pretty evident that there's been a lot of nasty shit. If somebody was a real piece of shit in their previous life, right? So like on drugs, robbing people, that kind of stuff, and they switch their life around and own up, and it's all G, right? And then they want to come on here and and make content about police interactions, whatever. I'm okay with that. I haven't got a problem with that because they've atoned to some extent. It seems like this guy hasn't. Do you get me? From what I can see, like this whole thing about the murder thing, Jesus Christ, like I knew there was claims that he had murdered somebody. I didn't know the ins and outs of it until I looked into it a bit more, and I was like, God damn. And I was sent resources from people who weren't directly involved in it, if you get me. And I was like, okay, there seems to be fucking something in this. But anyway, I don't care. I don't care what people watch. That's none of my business. What I do care about, though, is some of the activity. I don't care what happens on other people's channels. Well, that's not quite true, but you know what I mean? I'm not, you say whatever you want, right? That's fine by me. However, the way I even said this to Shiz as well and to other people in that chat, the way I view this whole thing is if somebody said something in my side chat that I would fuck them out of my house for saying here, then they gotta go. Not that they have to be blocked. I'm just like, I'm not gonna have somebody like that as moderator on my channel. And I've been sent some screenshots of some of the shit that some of those people have said. And frankly, it's disgusting. It's the kind of behavior that I don't put up with. You can say whatever you want in the side chat. You can say whatever the fuck you want in the side chat. But if it goes way over the line, you're not going to be a moderator on this channel. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't see the whole moderator thing personally as a big deal, or at least I didn't until it was pointed out to me. There's a lot of things that moderators can do to really affect the channel, right? Like blocking people, all this kind of shit. So yeah, there's a lot to be said for it. Now, it's getting to the point where, like, I've thought about this a few times. Like, am I just going to have to take everybody's wrench and just start over? Maybe. Because I've had situations where I gave somebody a moderator's wrench, you know, like Miss Mandy, prime example, a long time ago. And then all this shit transpired and she was using that against me. She was going in and fucking deleting stuff and blocking people, the kind of shit that we see her do all the time. So there's more strength in it than people realize. So definitely I'm going to be doing a bit of a clean out of the moderators. I actually have somewhere to be in about an hour, so it won't be like right away, but I'll try to do it tonight or maybe tomorrow. I'm going to have to do a bit of a clean out. I know the ones, there's loads of you guys that are moderators, have been for a long time, are very active and all the rest of it, who I'm going to keep in. But definitely some will probably have to go. Like people who haven't been active for a long time or whose name I don't really maybe recognize. And if you're one of those people, don't be offended. Like, so Daryl M, you're going nowhere, obviously, because you've been around forever. And do you understand what I'm saying? So like the ones that I know and kind of interact with definitely will stay. But if, for example, if I go in there and start clearing out and like you were one of those people and you have it fucking taken away from you, then definitely let me know. Like, just drop me a message and I'll undo those kind of things. If that's kind of, yeah, I'll see how we go. Some of them will be very obvious from some of the shit that was sent to me, and some of it not so much. Anyway, so that's basically where I'm at with that one. So I just wanted to clarify that. I will talk some more about the whole fraud at Wrangler thing once I'm more informed, because I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit too far behind in the knowledge. So I got a lot of catching up to do, and I'll find out more about it, and then I'll kind of be able to talk about it, because it's obviously something that's very important to people. And I can see why now. Whereas before I was like, okay, that's just kind of a shitty story or whatever. But now that I've actually watched a lot of it and listened and literally deep dived or deep dove, I don't know which one it is, but since I really, really, really looked into it, now I'm starting to see exactly why. So and I'll address it then as I feel fit. So it's just a case of bear with me, okay? Give me a little bit of leeway for the fact that I did need to take a lot of time off. So I'm not up to date. So anyway, that's basically where that's at. So back to the coded thing anyway, right? So hi Coda, by the way, I know you're watching. He just out of the blue, he messaged me. I want Dan's proper name and address and any and all other info you have on him. I want it now. No, I don't know Dan's full name and address. I don't. The number you gave me isn't his. It abso-fucking-lutely is. It absolutely is. He gave it to me himself. So it is his. And he says, call me on Discord Messenger. Then you can call him on the number you gave me. If he doesn't answer, then ... At what fucking point do I have to do anything that this arsehole says? Why aren't you calling out that fucktard Dan? You're afraid of him, pussy. I'm afraid of nobody. I'll call out anybody if I feel like it's needed. Do you know what I'm saying? I've been guilty of being way too quick to call people out before. Like, way too quick, jump the fucking gun. I'll own that. But I'm way more careful now than I have been in the past. So I just said I have no interest in drama with Dan or anyone else. That's the number I was given for him, and that's a fact. It was given to me by him himself. And he said, yet you're playing fuck games with Mandy. I don't really understand what that means. I want Dan's info that you have the number you gave me isn't him. Punctuation, sir. And I said, Mandy is a piece of human shit, and she is. Until she comes clean and stops manipulating people, she can catch all the shit in the world. I gave you the number I was given for Dan. That's an absolute fact. Then he said, same could just as easily be said about yourself, sir. The number you were given, you said you called the number and he answered. Story changed? No, just a different element to the story. I did call the number and he did answer. So, and it is his number. Anyway. So I said, yup, he did, live on the air. That's an absolute fact. So then he kind of fucked off for a day, and he came back and he goes, so on his stream where he acts clueless that you're calling him, he's being deceptive. He lied again, as he usually does. And I said, you'd have to ask him that. I don't answer for Dan. I don't have much to do with him at all. And that's very, very true. We might send each other little clips here and there. That's it. Like, genuinely, he'll tell you that himself. I haven't been around YouTube or Discord for months, so I don't have anything to do with anybody. And then he says, but you're covering for him. I'm not covering for anybody. I'm literally telling him exactly what happened. I'm not covering for shit. He says, you seem to have a lot of new toys. The limey grift, which you haven't shown any receipts for, must have been a lucrative con. This is an ongoing theme. This guy must think that I got millions off this limey grift. Get the fuck out. So I said, new toys? Like fucking what? I said, you going on this whole thing again? Dude, I've been off here for a couple of months dealing with my own issues. Don't need your psychotic bullshit. And then he says, I'm perfectly sane. You were the one with the dark places issues. Yeah, and we all go through shit like that. Mine was pretty bad this time around. I'm still not completely out of the woods, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. The whole limey grift thing is a Mandy lie that we proved live on the air is bullshit. So anyway, he says, I donated the dollars. You promised Dan's phone number in return, which I did. He says, you didn't uphold your end of the bargain that you made. I absolutely did. He said, make good on your end of the bargain or I will relentlessly call you out for your grifting. You are looking like a bigger shitbag than Mandy right now. Really? You're calling Mandy a shitbag? How very dare you, sir? And I just told him I knew he was being disingenuous or whatever. And I was like, hold on a second. Number one, the amount that came in for, funds to help towards Adam's recovery and then later, sadly, his funeral was good. It was a good amount of money and it really went a long way to help the family. But it's certainly not enough to buy the things that he claims. For example, my motorcycle, car repairs, my new cottage. What else? Oh, fish tanks. The fish tanks was a big deal for this guy. He was really pissed about the fish tanks. I already owned the fish tanks. I already had them. They were just sat there not being used. So I bought a few plants and fish for them. You know what I'm saying? I said, God damn, you idiot. So, you make a decent living, but you're always begging on YouTube. Actions conflict with statements. Lolcow. Oh, the one that are laughing at is you. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you for the invite. I'll be coming after you. When are you going to provide the complete transparency you promised and show receipts? We'll get to that in a minute. So I called him a gobshite. And he said, you are a gobshite grifter, always begging. Find one of the good ones. Oh, yeah. So then we get to yesterday's live stream. And that was when he was told that I was arrested in Australia for possession of cocaine and fighting, that I was then later arrested here in Ireland for possession of cocaine and I was in jail, and that is why I was off for the last 2 months. So yeah. And he seemed to buy it at first, but I think now he knows that it was a bit of a joke. No big deal. So anyway, that was the first part. Walter's asking about it. People fell for it, hook, line, and stinker. So anyway, he was given this name, Andrew Fields, right? And this Andrew Fields was a made-up name, right? He was like, give him the name Andrew Fields and see how he reacts. So anyway, he messaged me and he says, Andrew Fields is saying you got arrested and jailed for 30 days possession of cocaine. So I was like, Andrew Fields? How did he contact you? I don't even know who he is. Like, come on. If you fell for that, you're a fucking moron. And evidently you did fall for it at the start. And I think after a while, you kind of got to see that it was clearly a bit of a troll. But arguably, agreed, not the best troll in the world. Bit of fun, no big deal. Anyway, so I was like, I don't even know who that is. And he says, stream side chat just ended. Were you arrested for cocaine possession? I said, I don't comment on my personal affairs. So are you saying Andrew Fields himself contacted you? The person I just kind of pretended that I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely obvious. And he goes on and on, whatever. So then today I decided to just poke him a little bit, just give him a little And it was, he was going on about me not going live and showing my whole fucking PayPal, my private PayPal. Number one, Adam's mom came out and she actually sent me a screenshot of this as well, confirming that everything had been sent and all the rest of it. And she's shit sick of hearing from this fucking guy. Shit sick of it. And I don't blame her, of course. Let me see here now. What was the part that? Oh yeah, okay. So he shared a screenshot on YouTube. I actually hadn't seen it before now because I didn't even care. I actually really, really didn't fucking care. Excuse me. And he put up a screenshot of the money that he allegedly sent to Cork Penny Dinners, which was the agreed upon charity. And fuck, I should have brought it up. But basically, it's just your standard PayPal. Thanks for donating €510 to Cork Penny Dinners. No name on it. No account details on it. Like account name, obviously I don't want his bank details or whatever. And then it was clearly blocked out the name, hi Peter, not you, Cork Penny Dinners, blah, blah, blah. Who the fuck is Peter? So he claims that he had a friend send the money. Okay. So all I said to him was, also, you didn't prove that donation you allegedly made. You obviously made up that receipt, right? That's fair game. Am I not right? Because everything that I showed him, even stuff that he didn't need to see, shit that I paid for and blah, 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 none of his business. Hold on a second. Defands is the upgraded version of Defands. I just want to clarify that. Defands is like a high-level defension. Defension? Whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? The fact that you said Defends proves to me that you know what I meant. But thank you for pointing that out. Anyway, so Sonny, I said, you obviously made up that receipt. That's exactly what you said about me. You liar. I said, this proves nothing. Anyone could just make this up, right? And he says, those are the receipts. Prove it. Prove it. You hold me to that standard, I'm going to hold you to that exact same standard. Prove it. Are you saying I didn't send the money, you fat fucking grifter beg boy? You're a broke, dick, empty-pocketed fag boy. Wow. Okay. You know he's getting angry when there's no punctuation whatsoever. I bet to spit all over his screen. You're a broke dick, empty-pocketed fag boy. Go ask your mommy if the receipts are real, you dumb fuck. So I says, you're doing a lot of deflection there, man. I think I hit a nerve. I'll bet it's fucking fake. It hasn't got your name on it. It has nothing to prove it. Could be an easy fake to make, I bet. Also, you said that me going after Mandy for her horrible conduct was me attacking women. What about all of the times that you've gone after Shiz and other women, including calling my fiance a young tart? You filthy little hypocrite. And he says, no deflect. You're just an empty-pocketed beggar boy. Haha, your fiance is just a tart, just like Jen was a tart. The current fiance will leave you also. I said, wow, kind of gross to go after innocent women because of your beef with me. Again, absolutely no proof you sent any donations. Show the fucking receipts. He said, what innocent women? I said, my fiance and my ex. They've got nothing to do with my YouTube. Like, they've got nothing to do with any of this shit. And he says, those cunts. He called them cunts. You really, could you think that Chloe's a cunt? Let's be real. Those cunts were just people you used to help add an air of legitimacy to your grift. So you're telling me that I went out many years ago and began a relationship before I even considered, like 10 years or so before I even considered doing YouTube, just in case I might need to grift on YouTube 10 years later. Is that how that works? Oh, you sad little man. And then he says, what was it? He goes, you were mommy's little retard son. Okay. I said, damn, man, that's low even for you. Sickening behavior from someone who claims to be a Christian. I even defended your wife when people called her a mail order bride. You're a vile man. And that's true. Like, yeah, okay, so she's from Southeast Asia. That doesn't mean she's a mail order bride. That's kind of gross, like, in fairness. And he said, why? Is that what you use them for? To cover your shitbag behavior? I'm not really sure. I said, calling my fiance a tart and both of them cunts. I don't use them for anything. Fucking call me on my behavior, not taking that. I called your wife cunt for your shitbag behavior. No, it wouldn't. No, it would not. You're doing it, not her. That's why I got beef with you. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why I deal with you, not your wife. Now, I'll mock your ass. Talk about this guy never gets laid. Your wife lives on the other side of the planet, sir. Can't talk about anybody getting any ass. So couldn't get your hole in a barrel of pussies. Anyway, so he says, the truth bothers you. Your, what was it? Ah, fuck, where'd that go? The truth bothers you. Your current fiance is a tart, and her and Jen are both cunts for enabling your grifting. How bad did mommy neglect you that you turned into such a fat, useless slob? I just said, no, you're a cunt. Leave women out of it. You're a sad little prick. Once you start taking aim at my partner, my mom, and all the rest of it, you've lost the argument at that point. It's like, it's one thing to make a joke and go, blah, blah, blah about your missus. Like, yeah, a little joke, no big deal, okay? But like calling them those kind of things just because they're associated with me, that's fucking gross, man. That's so fucked up. I said, I really don't see how they have anything to do with this. I said, let's say you're right, and I was using my fiance for what you claim above. How would that make her a tartar cunt? That'd be me. I'd be the asshole then. Not her, right? Why would you victim blame, man? And I'm just telling you, like, you go after my mama at your own risk. That battle spoon ain't up there for nothing. Anyway, he said, where was it? Don't involve lil tarts in your grifting. You brought the cunts into it. What makes her a little tart? I don't really get that. And I said, I really don't see how they have anything to do with it in any way. Let's say you're right. And I was, oh no, I already said that. He says, you take some time to figure it out. Hint, tarts and cunts sell their integrity for money. You're a tartish little cunt also. I'm sorry about the language. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. I said, dude, you're fucked in the head. Are you sure you're not back on the bottle? Because he mentioned it earlier that somebody was saying that he was back on the bottle. I was like, are you fucking sure you're not? Because this seems like some pretty drunk ass behavior. He says, that's the low shit I expect from a fat kid spoiled into obesity by his idiot mother. So that's low. So me just saying, are you sure you're not back on the booze? That's low. But you calling innocent women that have nothing to do with shit, all of this horrible stuff, that's okay. Really? How does that work? So I was like, how is my mother an idiot exactly? She's a highly educated and successful woman and a great mother and grandmother. And she absolutely is. She's really fun, really funny. My mom's awesome. How's she an idiot? And she says, look how fat you are. That's a childhood problem. Mommy couldn't teach you how to eat properly. I said, Mama couldn't teach you how to not drink yourself shaky. So if you're going to take aim at me and my former massively overweightedness, still a little bit chubby, but I'm not nearly as bad as I was. That's for damn sure. Then I'm going to hit back at you too. So anyway, he says, I was an adult before I started drinking, but nice try from Mammy's little fat boy. I was an adult before I got fat. Like proper fat. And he says, nah, you were the fat kid that got picked on in school. It's obvious you are that fat kid. Okay. So anyway, yeah, Timo, now you're talking. There's only one bit of me fat right now, baby. Oh, yeah. My bitch tits. Oh, wait, no, that's him. He's bitch tits. Yeah, I remember now. My mom doesn't vacuum my room. I vacuum my own damn room. Damn right. Excuse me, Bobby. I told you turn that off. Come on, man. You live with your mom, all right, which is fine. A lot of people here at the moment have to live with their parents. Adults have to live with their parents because the cost of rental here is fucking astronomical. Like, it's ridiculous if you can even get one. But you're going out there swinging shit at everybody else. You clearly live with your mom. I mean, you clearly live with your mom. I just picture him right before he goes, I was like, Mom, I need another hot pocket before I go live and call people fat on the internet. Guaranteed you do. Guaranteed you do. Anyway, so we'll have a quick look at his live stream from earlier. He said some really horrible shit too. Like, I mean, it's really horrible shit about loads of different people. Welsh News Network for £5 says, yep, Irish did come to me about it and I 100% agreed with him. giving my number to Coded. Absolutely. Like 100%. Michael John Dennis says, Jigwit in Manchester shot. G.S. Margaret. Gurmila Mahagut Makara. Sophia McFadden, long time no see. I miss hearing the accent of my ancestors. Lovely. West Side Girl React says, where's me jumpert? What's a jumpert? Oh, the woolly jumper. I keep forgetting that fucking jump. Hold on. Could I make that sheepskin into one for you? I might be in Kerry in a couple of days, so I'm going to try and get you one. I've owed you that for a long time. A long time. And I will. And I'll put some extra special stuff on it. That sounded really bad. I didn't mean it to sound like that. Maybe I did a little bit. Potluck has been a member for 23 months. Says, stop grabbing Coder's fame. I know. But look, this is just, hey, look, I'm not doing this to shit on Coded. I'm doing this to earn those anus dollars purely for reaction data. That's what this is all about. This is purely for reaction data. For sale, Miss Mandy reacts Tumblr like new. Oh God, you don't have one of those, do you? Yeah. Apparently, I'm a coke fiend, which is hilarious. Like that is actually pretty funny. I think I'd fucking explode if I went mad on that shit. They have dollars in Ireland. We do have dollars in Ireland. Anus dollars, though. Not American dollars. Not freedom dollars. Anyway, so what? No coke? Come on. No, hell no. What, are you crazy? You think I can afford petrol, diesel, and cocaine? You're off your fucking head. I don't know what that shit costs in the States or wherever you're watching from, but my understanding is it's extremely expensive here. I think I don't know if this is true, that apparently the further away you get from Colombia, the more expensive it gets, essentially. But yeah, and we're far as fuck. And we're in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, no, that would be expensive. All the anus dollars, goddamn. 40 a gram. See, I don't know how much that is. Like, oh, sorry, where that is. It's a rich man's drug. Oh, I bet it is. Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness. Great to see you. What a lovely channel, by the way. Absolutely lovely channel. Check that out. Did you steal your nan's cocaine? Be honest. No, I did not. That somebody misheard that. I stole her cane, so she couldn't chase me. That's what it was. Yeah, let me ask Chili the prices on coke right now. Send him a kite. Anyway, let's have a quick look at this. I actually do need to go really soon though, because I've got to go meet a friend. Gotta go meet a man about a dog. As Coded cleaned the cum stains off his vacuum cleaner filter yet. God damn. Coming in hot, my friend. Holy shit. All right, let's get to, I can't remember exactly where he started going in on all this shit, but I think it's around here.
Steel walled, 14 gauge steel, 30 mil liner, 16 by 32, 18 by 36, 20 by 40 were the
I don't know what the fuck
kit sizes. Then you occasionally have to do a fucking kidney pool. Ugh. Getting them fuckers squared up as a bitch. We had a nice lazy L 20 by 40. That was pretty nice. Had a big ass fucking shallow end of
cheers, Walter Texas. You can hit me up anytime, man. Anything you need to know.
Jim Chet says my brother has a kidney shaped pool. It's a waste. It was private where he let it slip that.
Oh yeah, here it is.
It was private where he let it slip that he got caught with a bag of coke and was in jail for 30 days. $30 days. Why 30 days? Seems weird. Then, let's see what else. Turtle Boy Live says, yep, he was hauled in a couple months ago. Spent a few weeks in jail for being found to have coke. Then rearrested for stealing something. A bike, I think. Was it a red Harley, Turtle Boy Live? And then Turtle Boy Live says, and he also got caught in Australia for coke and fighting. All right, so I could believe that Demon got caught for coke in Australia, but fighting? I don't think so. He's way too fucking fat for that.
Oh, way too fat for fighting. Bruh. Come on, man. Have you ever heard of Butterbean or Roy Big Country Nelson? Fat guys can fight. We have to, because we can't run away. Good to see you, Randy.
Like, all you need is a broom handle. And you just fucking behind the back, rest it over your shoulder. And every time fat man approaches, you just fucking slide it across your shoulder, the back of your shoulders, back of your neck, through your other hand, in just a poking motion. And you just pop them in the fucking, right in the square of the bridge of the fucking nose. That's how you deal with fat boys.
I would love to see you try. I would love to see you try. Oh my God, man. You would need a good surgeon to get that back. Although you probably fucking like it, and that's fine by me. But I don't want any part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? God almighty, like what the fuck? It's I come at him with a broom handle. If he's that fat, why don't you just fucking hit him then? If that's what you're saying. Colin, definitely not Cromwell. Welcome back. I remember why you weren't member. Remember? Do you remember? Aaron Hamilton's been a member for 20 months. Says Turtle Boy Live is in on it too. Bullshit called. Oh yeah, no, definitely not the real Turtle Boy. That's for sure. Sandy D for $5 says catching up here. I hope I don't lose my wrench. No, don't worry about it. I know the real ones. The only trouble I have ever caused is calling you out on no DA jets yet. We do need Demon Army jets, the F-22s. We're doing well. We're only about $195 billion away. So we're getting there.
I doubt he was fighting. Coke, I can see. I can see fucking Demon with a bag of Coke, but fighting? Not even on the Coke would Demon be fighting.
Oh, no,
He's
definitely
too big
not.
a pussy. Way too big a fucking pussy.
Come find out.
That's why he runs with a motorcycle gang, so he has fucking backup. You know how those guys are. They talk all tough, and then you tell them to fuck off, and then they come back with somebody else.
Okay, I would pay great money. I would pay tons of anus dollars, right, to see you go up to one of my buddies on their own and tell them to fuck off and see what happens. I would fucking. Can you imagine this little fucking weeb going up and pulling shit like that? Oh my God, man. Oh my fucking God. This guy couldn't fight sleep. Idiot.
And then you tell both people to fuck off. I lost my fucking place.
Big scary man. Yeah, I gotta tell him to fuck off and then go back to my mom's house and make shit up on the internet.
All right, let me refind Turtle Sport Boy Live. There we go. I found it.
It absolutely is. Absolutely is.
Just a little bit. Scroll up. Okay, there's the accidentally let it slip on Discord. Turtle Boy Live says he was hauled in a couple months ago, spent a few weeks in jail for being found to have coke, then rearrested for stealing something,
etc., etc. I want to get to the part where he starts getting fucking nuts.
Message here from Moderator that says, Blanche, you know Coded needs readers, but it's too... You talking about your fucking shit.
There we go.
And you got arrested and jailed for 30 days, possession of cocaine. Within minutes, 2 minutes, Irish Demon responds, Andrew Fields, ? How did he contact you? And then a moment later, he goes, I don't even know who that is. You protest too much, dipshit. Just a single answer. Andrew Fields? Coded friend, I responded, stream side chat just ended. Were you arrested for cocaine possession? Demon says, I don't comment on my personal affairs. Half your fucking stream is you talking about your fucking shit. You were talking last stream about your fish tanks and about a new cottage you and the young tart were going to make an investment in, and you were hinting at a stream, you know, of the construction efforts, and probably going to try to grift the fucking repair money off your fucking listeners, you fucking dirtbag motherfucker.
You fucking dirtbag motherfucker. So yeah, basically I was planning on doing like a whole new channel, because it's a pretty big thing at the moment, people doing up old cottages and stuff like that. So basically that's what that's about. So yeah, empty your pockets, I guess.
Demon says, I don't comment on my personal affairs. So you're saying Andrew Fields himself contacted you? Yeah, that's what I said, dude. You got to fucking restate it. Your pretend confusion demon communicates non-confusion. You're broadcasting that your confusion is pretend. Coded friend, I say, the guy said his name was Andrew Fields.
Anyway, let's get on to where he starts getting really angry. So I already read all this shit out.
Maybe you, like Dan, sued but never sued or filled out any paperwork, but tried to do a legal fund grift, filing a fucking lawsuit against Chili DeCastro for defamation, which never fucking happened. Well, play the drama, demon, and then sue me for defamation, you pussy.
Why the fuck would I waste my time with that shit?
Pussy. So again, Demon says, again, I don't talk about my personal life for the sake of other people's drama. I responded, funny, because you are the troll guy. Trolling is all drama. Are you just oblivious to what you are? Irish Demon respond. Now you know you're getting to him when he puts the little fucking insults in.
Remember that, right? This is psychology by Coded here. You know you're getting to him when he puts the insults in. And then look at all the shit he says.
I'm what I am, wee man. Bro. You're a fat fucking tub of goo, dude. Dark place, not dark place. Who the fuck care? I don't care anymore, dude. I don't care about your fucking mental health anymore.
So there we go. So he's like, once he starts putting in the little insults, you know, you got to him. You fat fuck. You're like, come on, man. That's like, you couldn't even write comedy like that. I'm a little bit fat now, I will say that. Hold on.
Waving at misty-eyed girl. Laura Rader says, hey, Misty, sparkly heart.
Billing
for Demon. Miss Mandy, 3 pounds, and she didn't forward it. It's 3 fucking pounds. Your trolling sucks, bro. You should stick to idiots like DeCastro. That's what you're made for. You have your tummy tuck to do your liposuction, all the rest of the shit you're conning your audience into paying for under the guise of it's for Limey's funeral cost.
So not only now, right? So just bear in mind, right? You guys are somewhat aware of the amount of money that came in. It was significant, but it wasn't like an astronomical amount of money. It was like a couple of grand, I think, something like that. So somehow with that, I've managed to buy a Harley, a cottage, fish tanks and fish. I don't know why that even comes into it. And I've had a tummy tuck and liposuction, all from those donations that his mom clearly stated all went to her. Does this guy? So what like, how much does he know what things cost? Probably not. Because the simple fact is he still lives with his mom. So his mommy probably does everything for him. So I don't think he actually understands how much things cost. You know what I'm saying? But my God, this guy's fucking sad as hell.
You never showed a fucking receipt, you fat fucking loser.
God, he's so
You
angry.
promised people, you acknowledged you were running the donations through your personal PayPal, and you promised the donators complete transparency, and you, like Dan, showed no fucking receipts. You're the same as fucking the snooze network.
Bear in mind, for like a whole ass live stream, I showed receipt after receipt after receipt. And he's like, but you could have just made them up. You could have just faked them. But when I say the same thing back to him, it's like, nope. Like I showed him receipt after receipt after receipt, every single one of them. But maybe you got on a fishing boat and went to England. I'm like, are you fucking that stupid? I mean, that's obviously he is that stupid. That goes without saying. But like, come on, man. Like at some point you gotta fucking give up the ghost. Just be like, okay, I was wrong. You know what I mean?
Dan probably learned from you how to rip off his audience because they're the same fucking people that go to listen to you.
Oh yeah, actually, Dan, that reminds me. I need to send you your Irish Streaming Grift School diploma. Just remind me of that, please. Why has he gone silent? That's rare.
Bag. It's not the amount of money, it's the principle. Principally, you reveal,
Exactly,
Demon, that you're fucking enticing people to bad behavior.
Oh,
maybe that's why.
All right. So it's my fault that Miss Mandy did all of this horrific shit that she's done before I called her out. So somehow me calling her out a couple of months ago in epic fashion, if I do say so myself, is the reason she did all that shit before I called her out. How in the name of Christ does that work? Jesus Christ. Yeah, fire up the time machine there, Mandy. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Yeah, he has no idea how ridiculous he sounds. Lolly77 for $10 says, cottage fund. Oh, that's going to drive him nuts. That's going to drive him fucking crazy. The cottage grift has begun. That's next topic. Hey, babe, we got 10 more bucks for cocaine and whatever else it is that he claims that I... Cocaine and fish tanks, baby. Living the high life. Oh, my God. Fucking hell, man. Pablo Escobar had his ponds full of hippos. I got a fish tank. God almighty. Cocaine and fish tanks, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Cocaine cottage. Oh. Coke fish meth bear. Oh, God almighty.
You're mentally
an endless living
place,
meme.
You know? Because you're attacking women. Shitbag fuck. You're attacking women.
You're attacking women. Need I refer you back to what he said about my partner and my ex? What he's the really gross sexual shit that he said about Shiz, about what's that lady's name? Becca, and loads of others. Do you see what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, there she just popped up, Becca. Like, he says gross shit about these women all the time. This guy is the biggest hypocrite. Like, he's a bigger hypocrite than any of them, frankly. He's not as destructive, perhaps, as the likes of Mandy and Chili and a few others, but he seriously is a much, 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 much bigger hypocrite than those people. And that's saying something. Like, this guy is ridiculous, the hypocrisy. Show your receipts. Those receipts that have, like, my name and everything on them that I can back up and people have witnessed, or they're fake, or they could be fake, or whatever. But then the one that he sent with his friend's name slightly blocked out, his friend's name, we all know he doesn't have any of those fucking things. His friend's name blocked out, that's good enough. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't give a shit. I'll be, I'll hold my cards close to my chest there. I don't give a fuck. But if you're going to turn around and say that the things that have my name on it that I showed on the air and showed to him in private, those are fake, but the one of your friend's name is real. Your friend's name that's partially blocked out. By the way, great fucking move there. Blocking out the first and last letter of the name Peter. Like, I mean, I cannot think of any other name that could possibly be. Right? Like, you're all seeing this right now. Can you think of any name that could be other than Peter? Pauler? No. Well, Pater, maybe, which is the Irish version of Peter. Piotr, which is the Polish version, but it's all still Peter, isn't it? Hold on, St. Peter, I'm coming your way. Potter, could be Potter. Could be just Per. Baby purr. Punter, Mr. Punter. Pierre ends with an E, though. I think you'll find. But I see what you're going for there. Pecker, Mr. Pecker over here. Mr. Poor. Mr. Pisser. I like that one. Any other names? We got any other names? But yeah, it's just like that was really bad blocking out. You should have learned from me. You should have learned from me, sir. You're obsessed enough with me that you should have learned. You should have done the anus thing that I did. Block the whole fucking word out. If you're going to block the first and last letter of the name Peter out. Well done, bud. Who the fuck else is that going to be? Let's be real. Oh, my God. Piper, maybe. Peeker, poker, perver. That will work for him. And Porker. Do you know what I mean? Try harder. That was stupid. That was really badly done, sir. At least if it was like John, you could have blocked out the O and the H. It could have been Joan. It could have been Jean. It could have been, I don't know, loads of fucking names. You know what I'm saying? That was really stupid. That was really badly done. Really, really badly done. I'm ashamed. Ashamed of you. Becca Welch News Network for $5 says, free your cottage and blow. Fuck yeah. The cottage might never actually get done, but at least I'll be happy while I'm doing it. That's what they say anyway. I wouldn't know. Purple Dragon, RIPDAC for $5 says, a fish toy or blow, the choice is yours. I think that'd be like 1 grain of that stuff, right? Welsh News Network for $20. Thank you for buying your monthly Protect You From Coded membership. Says for $20, only to be spent on Coke and the cottage grift. That's a lot of Coca-Cola. You get a lot of Coca-Cola for 20 quid. Actually, you really don't now at the moment because we have that fucking sugar tax in Ireland now. So drinks are really expensive, like soft drink. I don't really drink soft drinks that much. I'd have the odd bit of Coca-Cola or Red Bull. I like Red Bull every now and again, but god damn, it's expensive now. Rajara for £5 says, for the cottage blow and clam sham fish tank grift. Clam sham. I love that. I love that. Gia for $50 says, cottage Coke fish food fund. Does it have to go in that order? I like the Coke cottage. Sounds like a really good, like a Netflix documentary or something. They call it the Coke cottage, where people went to buy Coca-Cola because the other thing's illegal. That's awful. That's awful. I have a Coke-filled betta would be a fucking nightmare. They're bad enough as it is. Yeah, the sugar tax has been around a long time. It's really fucking kicked off here, though. Like, big time. Big time. And so what they've done to beat it in certain ways, well, first of all, they charge you way more than what the tax actually is for a start. And on top of that, some of the drinks, right, they get rid of the... Sorry, I have to read this one in a sec. They get rid of the sugar and they put all this other shite in it. I can't drink that. It actually makes me feel physically sick if I put that anywhere near me. Mark Egan says Diet Coke cottage with lemon. I love that. Diet Coke cottage because, you know, I'm National Geographic style obese according to this guy. Bobby Williams, great to see you for $2 says, I've really missed your handsome face. Thank you so much indeed. My mom was actually asking about you yesterday. She's like, have you heard from Bobby lately? Anyway, let's keep listening to this clown bag.
To get attention for yourself, to exclude her from possibly rivalry setting up a fucking GoFundMe to yours. And then you're taking donations for the GoFundMe that will be set up down the road through your personal PayPal account, promising complete transparency and never showing anything. Meanwhile, Demon, look on the other side of the fence. Look on the other side of the fence, Demon. Coded goes in his own pocket to help the less fortunate in his local community in the third world.
All right, Mother Teresa, who the fuck refers to themselves in the third person like that? That's just so weird to me. I don't know what it is. Because see, Irish Demon thinks that's wrong.
World country. I don't ask people to give me money to give to other people. I do what I can do for the people I can help in my local community. I'm not trying to fucking cure cancer or the rest of the shit, fucking nonsense that only has money going through your hands into someone else's hands, and every hand the fucking money goes through.
I'll be back in 1 sec. The dogs are going ape shit out there. So just give me 1 sec. I'll be back. I'll leave this play and I'll be right back.
10% gets fucking peeled off. You, demon, probably peel more than 10%. And you justify it to yourself while you promise everyone complete transparency, but don't show any transparency. Red flag number 1, don't show any transparency. It means you're fucking stealing. Otherwise, you would show the fucking receipts. Unless you are misappropriating the funds. That's why you don't show any proofs about the amount of money you brought in through your personal PayPal account, which you announced the people you were using, and you promised complete transparency. And then your after the fact excuse is, I'm not showing my personal PayPal. But you promised you would. So your word isn't worth shit. Your trolls fucking blow, demon. You're a fat fuck. You're a fat, lazy fuck. You're a fat, lazy fuck who cries, buy my mommy a birthday present. You're a fat, lazy fuck, demon. I was willing to lay off it, demon. I was willing to let you go. I was willing to let you slither back into the fucking cracks. And you come around and you pull this fucking bullshit. And you know how we know? It was one of my long-term listeners who caught it. You used the term winding him up. I started this account to wind up Turtle Boy. Who uses that phrase? Who uses the phrase wind him up?
Who uses the phrase wind him up? I do. So does everybody else in Ireland, the United Kingdom, and Australia. I think you'll find that is hundreds of millions of people use that term. It's very, very common. Let me know in the side chat if you use the term winding him up or winding somebody up. I want to go back to something else he said there a minute ago.
GoFundMe that will be set up down the road through your personal PayPal account, promising complete transparency and never showing anything.
I literally showed him everything.
Meanwhile,
Well,
demon, look on the
too.
other side of the fence. Look on the other side of the fence, demon. Coded goes in his own pocket to help the less fortunate in his local community in a third world country. I don't ask people to give me money to give to other people. I do what I can do for the people I can help in my local community. I'm not trying to fucking cure cancer or the rest of the shit, fucking nonsense that only has money going through your hands into someone else's hands, and every hand the fucking money goes through, 10% gets fucking peeled off. You, demon, probably peel more than 10%. And you justify it to yourself while you promise everyone complete transparency, but don't show any transparency. Red flag number 1, don't show any transparency. It means you're fucking stealing. Otherwise, you would show the fucking receipts. Unless you are misappropriating the funds. That's why you don't show any proofs about the amount of money you brought in through your personal PayPal account, which you announced the people you were using, and you promised complete transparency. And then your after the fact excuse is, I'm not showing my personal PayPal.
Like,
but
I've
you
literally
promised
explained
you
that
would.
ad nauseum.
So your word isn't worth shit. Your trolls fucking blow, demon. You're a fat fuck. You're a fat, lazy fuck. You're a fat, lazy fuck who cries, buy my mommy a birthday present. You're a fat, lazy fuck, demon.
Okay.
I was willing to lay off it, Demon. I was willing to let you go. I was willing to let you slither back into the fucking cracks. And you come around and you pull this fucking bullshit. And you know how we know? It was one of my long-term listeners who caught it. You used the term winding him up. I started this account to wind up Turtle Boy.
We always have cookies.
Who uses that phrase? Who uses the phrase wind him up? Went through some random clips, and the only person I can find is you, Demon.
Now that, sir, is bullshit, okay? Now, I'm not suggesting that I've never used the term winding somebody up on YouTube. There is no fucking way that you sat there literally hours after the live stream where that term was used and looked through my videos to find me using the term wind him up. That is absolute cock. Prove it. Show the receipts. You show me these videos that you found of me saying that. Again, I'm not suggesting that I haven't said it on these live streams at some point. I probably have. I'm almost certain I have. But there's no fucking way that you went through the hundreds of hours of my live streams and found me using that term so quickly. Not a fucking hope.
That's an expression you use. So you're a dumb motherfucker. Because if you want to troll beyond an idiot like Chili DeCastro, you have to have a fucking brain in your head. You have to be able to put on a whole different persona so you don't tip your hand as to who you are. You're not good at it, Demon. You're a fat, lazy fuck who, despite...
I think you'll find, sir, if I can just give myself a big head here for a minute, I am a very good troll. I'm not experienced at it like a lot of people are. I don't go all that deep like a lot of people do. But I've done some epic trolls. I'm just going to put it right out there. I have. You guys know that. So he's full of shit there. Just
all
saying.
your
I'll defend myself on that
about
one.
drama, do what you do to create drama. You're a fat, lazy fuck, Demon. Go get a fucking job, Demon. Go get a job with a fucking paycheck. Go get a job with a paycheck and health benefits, Demon. You fat, lazy fuck. Coded's Abandoned Chores is now in the chat appealing for Demon. It's just amazing shit, Demon. Coded has still to prove verifiable proof of anything. Even the proof
Successfully
of the
wound
donation
up,
to the
exactly.
Irish Food Bank isn't verifiable. It was sent by a different name. Why? Then how did I
Which
get
one
the
was that
fucking
again, Bob?
receipts, asshat? My buddy sent the fucking money because you were fishing. You wanted me to make a donation because you were fishing to get my fucking name. You're too fucking dumb.
I wasn't fishing to get your name. I don't give a fuck what your name is, frankly. But you say that your friend sent the money on behalf of you. That's such an easy thing to fake, right? That's what you claim about me. So I'm sure you could do it if you wanted to. Just saying.
For me, Demon. You're too fucking dumb for me. And I still managed to send money to the Cork Penny dinners.
Did you, though? I don't believe so.
Obviously, Cartelon says, obviously you can't read either at Coded's Abandoned Chores. It was posted on his community page, cockhead. Laura Rader says, Coded has shown more receipts to charities than either Dan or Demon. Exactly. It's so easy to fucking show these receipts. It's so easy to show these receipts. Demon won't show you his PayPal receipts because he doesn't want you to know the double donger male pleasure anal rectum website he uses to buy his big black double donger.
Why is it always like weird sexual stuff with this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're into that kind of thing, like, that is totally fine by me. Like, you do you, boo boo. But why is it always that with this guy?
Carte Blanche says Demon is mad he wasn't made hero for the day with the Cork Penny dinners. But Demon, I told Demon he could take credit for it. You know what? I'm waiting for Demon to get back to me. Demon never got back to me. I told Demon I can contact them and say, hey, I gave you the amount to have a dedicated day for, my company. This gentleman is local. Irish Demon. He's a YouTuber. He'd like to come down and spend the day serving and take credit for the donation. I have no fucking problem with that. Demon never followed up with me because he's too fucking lazy. He's too fat. He's too fucking lazy to take the opportunity to promote his YouTube channel and take credit for feeding hungry people. He's too fucking lazy to get off his ass and show up for one fucking day. He's too fucking lazy. Laura says, nah, Blanche. Demon never thought Coded would donate and he wouldn't be outed as having lied about Dan and Dan's phone number. You hit the money on the head.
I didn't.
Bobby's
That
data
is Dan's phone
collection
number.
sources here now. We're flushing all the fucking socks out of the woodwork. How many different socks are you going to use today there, Demon?
I actually did not use socks to talk to this guy. I
Bobby's
always talk
data
to him as
collection
me.
sources. Why are you so ass mad at Demon? Because he wouldn't help you get Dan's digits? No, because he made a deal and he reneged on his.
No, I didn't.
Demon is a renegger. He's a renegger.
This is so weird.
He's a little renegger boy. Little renegger boy. You ever heard of the Black Irish? Little renegger boy. You're
That's
a renegger.
such a weird comment, man.
I donated the money. Demon didn't come through. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck.
You really do, though.
I don't give a fuck.
You
Here's
do.
why. Because I fed hungry people and I used Demon to do it. So I don't give a fuck about Dan. So I don't give a fuck about Dan.
So why did you keep
Dan
messaging me? Why did you keep messaging me, asking me for the number over and over and over again if you didn't care? If you wanted, excuse me, if you wanted to feed hungry people, you didn't need to use me to do that. You could have just done that, right? As you say, you do all the time. Allegedly, there's no proof of that, but like you say you do, and that's fine. So you don't need me to do it. You don't need to be trying to get Dan's phone number to do it. You could just do it, right? But no. You say that you used me to do it.
Recognizing Dan was part of a paid project. I got paid to fucking do it. I don't fucking care.
No, you fucking didn't.
I really don't. But Demon is a renegger. Demon is a renegger. Hard R on the end of that renegger. This is just fucking precious. Racial slurs now, Bobby. Which one was a racial slur? When I said Irish Demon was a renegger? He's a renegger. He reneged on his part of the deal. He made a promise he couldn't keep. Demon's a renegger. A fat, lazy fucking renegger.
Wow.
Dare I say, Demon is a niggardly boy. Laura Rader says, LOL, I never gave a fuck about Dan's phone number. Don't think Coda did either. Just wanted to see if loyalty was for sale. It's absolutely for sale. All you have to do to buy Demon is £100 donation to his fucking super chat. And you own that fat motherfucker.
I'm actually doing a special discount today. For just €80, you can own me. Or I'll take 8 installers, whichever comes first. So yeah, for just €80, you can now own me. Apparently, seems like this guy's got a whole thing with that whole owning people kind of situation.
You
Idiot.
own that fat motherfucker the way Dan owns that fat motherfucker for
Nobody owns me.
£100 donation. You sold your integrity cheap, Demon. You just a fat, lazy fuck. Carte Blanche says, oh, you don't know what information we have at Bobby's Data Collection Source. We like to keep information tight over here. We do, and we do keep it tight. Walter, Texas says, proper English. You can't ask some Irish retard to do proper English.
To do proper English, like seriously? Yeah, I'm Irish. Proud of it, but I think I speak pretty well. I think I'm relatively well spoken. I've got a decent vocabulary, but like I'm not speaking the Queens, as it were, because I'm Irish. Like, we speak it our own way kind of thing. But yeah, no, I talk English real good.
Misty Odd Girl says hello to everyone. Hello, Misty Odd Girl. Bobby's Data Collection Source says you guys have nothing, Cart. What do you know? Here's what we know, Bobby. Bobby's Data Collection Source. We know that you know nothing. We know that you don't know what we do or don't have. Go fuck yourself. Carte Blanche says, hand pink waving at Misty Odd Girl. Laura Rader says, hey, Misty, sparkly heart. Bobby's Data Collection Source says, like you had Caruso, right, Cart? Oh my God, you're such a bitter little bitch, Bobby's Data Collection Source. Are you as fat as Demon is? Are you that fucking fat? Walter, Texas says, good morning at Misty Odd Girl. Laura Rader says, hand pink waving. Dearmid, I still like you. And Demon and McAddix. Carte Blanche says, yeah, and Caruso confirmed it, dickhead, without me exposing documents. So gather that up and swallow. Bobby's Data Collection Sources. So no content again? Just reading the chat again? What do you fucking care, dude? Why do you care? What would you like me to do instead? Is there something you would like me to do, Bobby's Data Collection Source? What would you like me to do? Bobby's Data Collection Source wants to know why Cart, why aren't you a teacher anymore? She retired. Laura Rader says, because you didn't do things his way, Coded. Well, he's a dumb motherfucker. That's why you don't do things his way. Bobby's Data Collection Source says, I'd like you to be funny and get glasses. Well, a boy like you should have a fucking dream, sweetheart. So, dumb motherfucking fat Demon failed belly flopped onto the hard fucking floor. There's no water in the pool, Demon. We're having the liner replaced. Why are you belly flopping off the diving board into 8 foot of fucking dirt? Demon's a dumb motherfucker. Oh, I'm so glad we had the pool talk earlier. Demon's a belly flopper. Just a big, fat, lazy fucking belly flopper. Bobby's Data Collection Source says, oh, and also not get trolled by sock accounts that lead you off track. Off track from what? It happened at the end of last night's broadcast, so nothing got led off track. It is the theme of today's broadcast, so being on it is being on track, you dumb motherfucker. Bobby's data collection source says that's why you failed to get Dan. We're not out to get Dan, dumb fuck. Reaction data. Dan was just a little beehive we fucking rattled the stick around in once in a while and watched the fucking yellow jackets swarm. Bobby's data collection source is good. Sound out the words. Laura Rader says, LOL, that will never happen, Bobby's data collection source. Getting trolled by socks is the main thing on YouTube. Bandit 2804 says, Demon does. Bobby's data collection source says, you're getting angry, Bobby. No, I'm not. You don't know what anger is. You don't know what my level of anger is. I'm barely excited at this moment in time. Bobby's data collection source. Carte Blanche says, at Bobby's data collection source, why don't you come up with something that doesn't include pervasion? Pervasion? Did you mean perversion? Pervasion? Loretta waving at Bandit. Hand pink waving. Bandit 2804 says a 55-yard dash in a 50-yard gym. Demon couldn't do a 50-yard dash. He'd fall down at 10 yards. Literally 10 yards. He would fall the fuck down. That fucking weeble wobbles. He can barely keep himself upright. Bobby's data collection source said you said you were paid to talk about the
Betty Boop
project. How is that backtracking? How is that backtracking? I got paid to use Dan as a reactionary source to stimuli.
That's such bullshit. Like, come on, man.
You unemployed
bullshit.
People really have difficulty understanding basic fucking job stuff. I was given a set of metrics to follow, and I followed them. And, the group above me really knows how to get a fucking reaction out of dipshits like Dan.
The group above you. Are you serious? Like, come on, man. That's such bullshit. Nobody's buying that. Real quick, let me just read out. I had some member milestone things here, but for whatever reason, they didn't save on StreamYard, but I have them over on this side. Dimension Lord has been a member for 22 months, says, hey, how you doing? P.S. I'm turning 49 on Tuesday. Awesome, man. Well, I'm very, very, very happy birthday to you. The Dark Canuck says, this cold dude needs his arse kicked. Just saying. Oh, hell yeah. Teresa Brewer's been a member for 22 months, says he's a real gentleman, isn't he? What an ass. Oh, he's an asshole. Big time. Monkey in the Works been a member for 37 months. Says, Cody sure sounds like a dumb redneck. He really does. God love him. He really does. Brooke says, Black Irish isn't even an insult. Love me some Irish team. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's really not. Like, I am Black Irish. Like, I really am. Like, somewhat slightly darker skin and dark eyes and hair. And huge penis. That's also part of it. So yeah. Big Evil Dutchy Peter Vliet for €2 says, you really hurt his mangina. Yeah, I kind of decided to take it easy on his old bitch tits today. Dimension Lord for $2 says, are you going to read my members chat? I said, oh, there we go. Yeah, see, I just caught that. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And Merlin for $2 says, this guy is drowning in haterade. I love that. Haterade. All right. So let's just play on another little bit.
Learned quite a bit in the last year.
And then I'm going to get the fuck out of here because I got shit.
Laura Rader says, I don't have any socks and I don't Discord. I prefer saying what I have to say is me. Exactly. I do Discord. I don't have any socks. I have the CodeFriend.001 account and the I have access to the NTFG SFW account, which I never post with.
But how did you see that stuff in one of Shiz servers that you're blocked from if you don't have sock accounts? Just wondering. Just putting that out there.
Bandit says hi to Laura. Laura Rader says, ouch, Bandit. Laura Rader whispers, I've never believed in the project. Does that get me a demotion? You don't have to believe in the project. It's no big deal. I think everybody doesn't. I think the majority of people don't believe in it.
Yeah, because it's a fucking
I don't
lie,
fucking
dude.
care. I believe more in the project than I do that Demon's anything but a couch surfing fat potato head.
Couch surfing. I don't think I've ever couch surfed.
Demon, when was the last time you did a $70,000-$80,000 deal for yourself? Wake
8
the
weeks
fuck
ago?
up. Wake the fuck up, you Nick Time chaser. Do something real with your fucking life.
Okay. I do loads of real cool, fun shit all the time. So thank you for that.
Bobby's data collection sources, the project in your head. Okay, whatever. Dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Bobby's data collection sources, because you can't get paid by YouTube. I don't care about getting paid by YouTube. Then you got to deal with all the fucking. Look at how Dan's been demonetized 3 times in a fucking year. Bobby's data collection sources 2 years and had to buy subs to get to $9.99. Why would, if I was going to buy subs, right, I would have gone all the way to fucking 2,000. You're fucking stupid.
Couldn't afford it because all that rice you bought, right?
Bobby's data collection sources 2 years and had to buy subs to get to $9.99. I'm never going to monetize this, so the number of subs matter. Bobby's data collection source. I don't need to monetize this shithole and then have to worry about getting demonetized and the rest of the shit because you have to follow all these fucking rules now. You can't talk freely anymore, and then the grift accusing.
I like
Alan
that.
Killian says Laura gets 5 demerits. You get no demerits, Laura. I will actually give you 50 clout points for being honest about your opinion. Laura Rader says, LOL, I don't think Coded's money paid for any subs. Bobby's data collection source says, no, Bobby is off track. We mined it. We mined his data.
Yep.
Who's we?
Well said, Jay.
Who's we? Bobby's data collection source says, I'm not Demon, you dumb fuck. I don't care who.
Literally isn't me, by the way.
I really don't.
I wasn't even watching this live. I was off. I think I was cooking actually at the time.
Or Dearmid that got, his hoo-hoo pokey poked by some dude in Ireland. That's at least the story he tells. To milk tearful sympathy from other people. I don't really fucking care who you are.
Right, let me just go back a bit because that was vile
shit. Because you have to follow all these fucking rules now. You can't talk freely anymore, and then the grift accusing. Alan Killian says Laura gets 5 demerits. You get no demerits, Laura. I will actually give you 50 clout points for being honest about your opinion. Laura Rader says, LOL, I don't think Coded's money paid for any subs. Bobby's data collection source says, no, Bobby is off track. We mined it. We mined his data. Who's we? Who's we? Bobby's data collection source says, I'm not Demon, you dumb fuck. I don't care who you are. I really don't. And if you're that poor Dearmid that got, his hoo-hoo pokey poked by some dude in Ireland, that's at least the story he tells, to milk tearful sympathy from other people, I don't really fucking care who you are. You can run the gamut in between those 2 posts. I don't give a fuck. Laura Rader says, Alan.
See, this is the same shit that he gave a heartfelt apology for saying recently. And it's a vile fucking thing to say. That's way worse than anything he's ever said about me or anybody else, as far as I can see. And then he just turns around and does it again. The guy has no integrity, none whatsoever. It's a fucking disgusting thing to say about anybody, frankly. Especially without any evidence or anything to back up his claims. You know what I'm saying? That's really fucked up. Like, that is really fucked up. Whatever about calling my missus a cunt. She doesn't give a shit if he calls her a cunt. He doesn't care. She doesn't care, I should say. Because he's a nobody. Like, the guy's a fucking nobody. He's a lol cow. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just talking with YouTube here in the side chat. Apparently, so I got a community guideline strike a while back. And it says that is going to stay on my channel. I don't think that's right. I think there's something wrong here. Because I had to do this fucking training thing. And I did the training back in October. It's supposed to be lifted after 90 days. That's literally what it says right here. And she said, for this reason, in accordance with our guidelines of strikes and warning expirations, the warning will not expire and will remain active on your channel. So it's just a warning, not a strike. And I said, for how long? And she said, it won't be lifted anymore, which means that in case that the next time you violate the same policy, a strike will immediately be issued instead of a warning. Listen to this shit. What a fucking... You wouldn't mind, but I got a strike for... I can't remember what it was on the video, but it was absolute bullshit. I did nothing wrong. It was the one where Glenn Serio was saying horrible shit. And she says, moving forward, aside from finishing the policy training immediately, it's best to take good care not to commit any more offense of the same guideline. Commit an offense? Get fucked. I hope I was able to explain the reason behind the issue, partner. Do you have any further directions that I can help you with? Can I direct you to go fuck right off with that bullshit? Yeah, like that's ridiculous. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, I did some fucking thing. I don't know. I had to do some online training or whatever, and it takes 90 days to get it lifted. So I did exactly what they told me to do, and now they're saying that that's not good enough. Anyway, that's YouTube for you, man. But at least it's a warning, not a strike, so it's all good. Tomasz Badic for 25. What's Poland money called again? Zlotys? Is it? Is that Zlotys? No, PLN? I thought it'd just be like a Z or something. No, hold on. I gotta look this up. Yeah, Polish Zlotys. PLN. I did not know that it was PLN. Anyway, it says, the only time I've ever heard Irish demon being owned was the incident with the Australian possum / monkey. Really? You had to bring that up? That was really funny. But Jenkuya, I think is, if I remember correctly, Jenkuya? Thank you. Paul Morrison for £5 says, why are you giving this prick airtime? He is a fucking moron. Just some butthurt redneck who pretends to be knowledgeable and chuck a girl off. Gurv Mila Magad. Honestly, just for the crack at this point, like he's got nothing of any genuine value to say. It's purely just for fun. I'm not really like, I'm bothered by like some of the things he says, but it's just kind of more fun just pointing out his bullshit, basically, his fucking ignorance and arrogance. That's basically it. I am certainly not as irritated by this guy as he is by me. Especially, I love how irritated and angry he gets at me when I literally do nothing. I've literally not made a video or anything like that, and he still gets so fucking angry. It's pretty funny. I do find that actually very, very enjoyable. All right, so I have got to go because I've got somewhere I got to be in a little bit. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. It's been great to kind of be getting back to it, and I hope you've all been having a good time and all that kind of good stuff. It's definitely, yeah, feels good to be back. But anyway, we'll catch you all very, very soon. Thank you so very much indeed for joining me, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Sláinte.